Alright, so about 5 years ago, my tread got ripped off of my brand new used Chevy Blazer. And when the tread ripped off, it took a piece off of this bumper end, but also it ripped my charcoal canister completely out, along with its harness. So if I get underneath here, you can see that all these lines, I've just had them hanging for the last 5 years. Since then, I've been shooting a code, P0440, I believe, that basically says your evaporation emissions. Other than that, the cars ran fine. Stopped off at the junkyard, and I pulled an old canister filter, charcoal canister filter, out of a 2002 Chevy Blazer. And I really don't know if you can use old charcoal canister filters, but I want to get one on there. I also got a bumper end from a 1999 Jimmy. Now these, I went through probably 10 different Blazers, if not more. And from 94 on up, all Blazers and Jimmys have the same essential body. So you can pull it off any of them. This one has a little crack right here, but that's literally, I guess, someone like backed into something. You can see the scuff. So I bought some paint. I'm going to paint it up, put it on, along with a new charcoal canister. Alright, wish me luck. This bumper end is like a dark blue. I got to get to black, so I'm going to take some sandpaper. I'm going to try and lightly sand it, just so that way the primer will adhere to it. And then this right here is like a sticker. Let's see if I can get that sticker off. Let's see how it goes. Oh man, what did I do? Lowe's has this on sale for I think 29 bucks. I don't know. If you don't have a complete ratchet set, you might want to look into this. It comes metric and SAE. Deal. Anyways, this is what I'm using. It's going to be my primer. It says scratch paint primer, scratch filler primer. I just used a regular 300 grit sandpaper, or 220, so I'm sure there's some scratches, so they'll fill it hopefully. That's original GM color. Probably not going to match, but the thing is it's going to look better than a giant hole in the side of the car. So, shake this up real good. I got my surface all sanded and cleaned up, ready to go. I have the first coat of primer on. It appears to have filled in all the scratches really good. One area of concern, which I pointed out in the beginning, was this bumper does have a little bit of damage to it. Zoom my camera in. You can see right here. Basically, it looks like someone lightly backed into something on this end. Caused a little stress fracture. You know, at a junkyard, I went through, like I said, about 10 vehicles, and this is the best bumper there was, trust me. A lot of these things are destroyed. Alright, so according to the instructions on this, I need to, sand it and apply another coat, sand it again, apply this, probably do 2 coats of that, and then finally the clear coat finish. Okay, here I am. I got 30 minutes left on the first coat of primer, so I decided to go ahead and take this panel off. Now with it off, you can see the extent of the damage. It's been like this for 5 years. And again, I'm not expecting to get this kind of finish with what I'm about to do, but I think it'll look better than that. The whole idea here is resale, trade-in, I don't know. But with that panel off, you can now see the extent of the damage. These are the 3 lines that your charcoal canister plug into, and I've just had them hanging here. They actually don't belong here. 1, 2, 3, and this right here, this tangled metal mess, is actually the harness for the filter, or for the canister. And I ripped the other side off of here, but basically, you see the black box in the center, and you can kind of see. Let me zoom. You can kind of see a metal band going all the way around. Well, the only thing left of that metal band on what I'm showing you is like this little piece right here, which is right here. So, alright, once I get it installed, I'll Alright, so I fought with the harness, and I got the canister off, and I tried to clean it up the best I could. Every single hole and groove you see was a solid cake of dirt, and I saw some little tiny ants come out. That scared me. I thought maybe there's a crack in the, you don't see on the ground. I thought maybe there's a crack in this and they were living inside, but after I scraped it all off and wiped it off, there's no cracks. It's in good condition. But you can see I got a lot of dirt out. It's actually a pile. It doesn't look like it against the concrete, but it's pretty deep. And then the harness I cleaned up also. I debated painting it, but there's no reason to paint something that's going to be getting splashed with mud and hidden behind something. So I got technically 10 minutes left of an hour on this thing. I'm going to go ahead and see if it's dry because the sun's about to go down. Sand it and spray it. Try and get it all done tonight. I know you shouldn't rush things, but if anyone's actually watching this, like as a tutorial, I'm going to give you a little hint. Don't do this in your grass. This thing was beautiful and smooth. I mean, literally flawless besides that little crack right there. And I'm getting lots of little jumping bugs, probably fleas. And they get in it and they mess it up. And you have the urge to pinch them out and you actually gouge the layers of paint off. So, little tip, next time, do it on the driveway with the cardboard underneath. Not many things over there. The final clear coat's been put on. It was a extra heavy coat, and it's not as high gloss, you know, as my paint job, but it also has some wax on it. I don't know if you can see, it does have a decent shine to it. Again, I don't think this camera is doing justice to the quality of the paint. Okay, so what I'm having to do is I bought some marine grade shrink tubing. Marine grade is supposed to be watertight, kind of melts. The inside has a coating of plastic that melts and makes a watertight seal. Hopefully that'll be airtight. The reason I'm having to do this is because the diameter of the tubes, of the old tubes, you know, I had to make a end cut because obviously they do the same thing at the factory. But the problem is, this is about, I know it's horrible lighting, I apologize. This is about the same diameter as that tube. So apparently what they do in the factory, I'm assuming, is heat this up to the point where it gets soft, then slide the coupler in there with the shrink wrap to join the two. But I'm only able to get 1 or 2 barbs in on this tube of the coupler, so there's still 2 barbs exposed here, so just to be safe, I'm shrink wrapping. Really, I don't even need a charcoal canister. I've gone years without one, but just want to see if I can get that emissions code to stop. Here they are all connected. Hopefully that tube was able to seal real good. It kind of solidifies to make a good solid connection. I want to give her a crank and see what happens. Well, I don't hear any leaks and the truck's been running, so I guess I got the lines lined up correctly. It's a good thing. Something I've noticed is, for the past few years, is whenever I fill up my tank with gas, liquid would squirt out of one of these. And the other day when I went to, you know, start dismantling it all, or whatever, there's a whole bunch of like tea-colored water in this line. This line down here had a pile of dirt in it. This one was good. I don't like how this is like having to be crooked. It's like this hose is forcing it at an angle. That might be a weak spot with that joint. Also, this is bending a little bit right here. Just have to go with it. Alright, there we have it. After about 5 years of it being broken, it's now fixed. Again, this was a bumper end from a 99 Jimmy, put onto a 2003 Chevy Blazer. Virtually the same models. One was GM and one was Chevy, which is the same parent company. All done. Now I gotta clean those dirty things.